don't hate the South. I don't. I don't love the Yankees. I don't. But I do have feelings for them, and some of those feelings are positive. Back in the 1970s, I played ball in Yankee Stadium twice. Once wearing an old uniform shirt of Whitey Ford's and pants formerly worn by Roger Maris. Their names were embroidered in the lining. Somewhere I have a photograph, no big deal, it's not hanging on my wall or anything, of me in that uniform. I am posing with the chimpanzee. I don't remember why the chimpanzee was there, but it shows, I think, my posing with the chimpanzee shows that just because a person is wearing pinstripes doesn't mean he is necessarily taking himself too seriously or even seriously enough, considering that he is wearing Whitey Ford's shirt and Roger Maris's pants and is about to play ball in Yankee Stadium. I was on a team made up of New York press people, opposing a Venezuelan media team including the legendary broadcaster Juan Venet, and also a man known as the Bob Hope of Venezuela. "Where is he?" said Maury Allen of the New York Post, who was one of our pitchers. "I want to trade quips with the Bob Hope of Venezuela." Phil Pepe of the New York Daily News kept trying jocularly, of course, to throw the game. "You peach? Peach?" one of the Venezuelans asked him. "You dump? Dump?" Pepe responded. We also played home and home in Venezuela. And yeah, I got a couple of hits in pinstripes. And sure, it felt good. Also in pinstripes, I made a couple of errors. So I know it can happen. 4 errors, to be precise. All of them in one game. 3 of them on one play. So I am saying that you can't be dressed as a Yankee and still be human. Or worse. In Venezuela, when you make that many errors, people in the stands throw limes at you and holler, "Burro." They could have hollered, "Yankee, go home." They didn't. Maybe because the way I carried myself made it clear that I wasn't trying to pass myself off as a real Yankee. No. Personality-wise, based on my acquaintance with a number of Yankees, I would say that I am not, how shall I say, large enough to be a Yankee, and also not worried enough about how I come off. Ring Lardner once said he didn't like saying he was a humorist because it was like saying, "I am a great third baseman." In Venezuela, I believe I gave off a simple vibe. I play, for better or worse, third base. Unlike A-Rod. A-Rod at third has a facial expression that says, "Okay, say I'm perceived as just like the prince," or as the guy next to me is the king, which is okay. I mean, king is my natural position. I was king of my previous countries, and I was better at it than my friend, the region here. But hey, I'm a bigger person than the kind of person who would insist on playing shortstop as long as it is so important to the person playing it to prove that it's his team. Knowing my limitations, I have never even pretended to be a shortstop. Not that I wouldn't want to be Derek Jeter, in his prime, with a little more pop, and sure, a better range factor. Who doesn't want to look like Jeter on the field? When Jeter retires as a player, he should be a body language and facial expression coach. Justin Bieber has a swagger coach. Not that Jeter is to be compared with Justin Bieber on the best day Bieber ever had. Not that Jeter swaggers either. Here is Jeter's look, taking things in his stride. Somebody said Arnold Palmer always looked like he just jumped down off the back of a truck. Jeter looks like he just came through swinging doors with a badge on his chest, and he also owns the saloon. Whereas A-Rod has this frown, like he's going around muttering to himself. State of the Union speech. The face is behind Obama. Joe Biden has more of a Jeter look. John Boehner, more of an A-Rod. A sports writer may have a favorite team. In baseball, I love the Pirates of the 70s. But I love them because they provided such great copy, something the Yankees were almost as good at. I wrote 2 long profiles for Sports Illustrated and Rolling Stone of Reggie Jackson, the only slugger I ever met who had a flair for metaphor. Here's how he stated the truism that a first baseman or third baseman